everybody, it's Michelle. I'm back for part 2 of acrylic skin jewelry. Now, this was what we did last time. We glued the cabochon to the skin and we put on the coating, protective coating on the back of this bezel, and we're just gonna take it up from there and we're gonna show you what to do. I am going to trim around this cabochon. I can't find my little cuticle scissors I usually use. They work really great for this. They get really up in there close. Make a nice little edge. When you cut these, you don't want to cut at this angle because you're going to cut underneath the glass cabochon, and that's no bueno because you need it to cover the whole section. And another thing I've found, which you might try for yourself, is keep some of these rough edges, because when you glue it in there and you press it into the bezel, it will seal it a little bit more, so maybe the water or something won't be getting in as easily. And with this kind of jewelry, you want to keep it out, not from getting wet or cold or too hot. But yeah, those kind of things tend to dissolve the glue and then it won't stay in. You don't want that. So yeah, you don't have to be a perfectionist on this, as long as it fits in there, and the snugger the better. Okay, this is what it looks like all trimmed up in the back. Got some there. And if you notice, now there is no silver spots. So cross your fingers. Alright. So, usually what I do is put in that lily glaze. In the past, I've put it in there. Just kind of put a little bit in there barely to cover, and then press that in, and then clamped it. But I got this just to try this time. So we're going to try something new, maybe. If it's not clogged. I did open it a little bit. You don't want too much because it'll just press out the edges. But this stuff seems like it's a little bit thicker. It's my first time using it, so maybe it won't be so bad. But yeah, you just take it to the edges. Make sure you have good coverage. That's the key, is making sure you have good coverage. And preferably not mounds. You want it kind of level. Okay. Yeah, this is way thicker than that lily glaze. So, cross your fingers, people. Doing another new thing. One of these days I'll learn to try things out before I try them on camera, but you know what? I think that that's part of this channel. It's going to be the charm of this channel if you stick around, is I want to show you that not everything goes smoothly. I want to do it real time, real person, so that you have the expectations of things sometimes not going smoothly, or sometimes things going not as planned and working out way better than you expected. And how to deal with that, just letting go. That's part of my lesson here. This is not just a arts and crafts, channel. I want it to be more of a dealing with insecurities and performance anxieties and depression and anxiety, that kind of thing. So, and that's what makes it art therapy. So we're just going to press this in. And then I got the big clamps, people. They're a little bit bigger than I thought, so I have the big ones and I have the little ones. I was hoping that this would be more medium, but I tend to be one of those that jump into things before reading the fine print because my day job is so detail oriented that it's, you know, I have to read the fine print all day long. So this is my escape. So this is my new addition. Besides this glue, is these clamps to keep those dreaded silver spots from coming in. And I'm gonna let that dry overnight. So that is the ending of that, part 2 of that. So I'll show you when that dries and it's all pretty. Maybe there'll be a part 3 because, you know, my editing's still a little out there because I'm still trying to figure out how to get an Android phone to work with a Macintosh iMovie, and it's not working with, I've tried AirDrop, I've tried everything. So I might just try to find another editing way. So until then, it's gonna be a little choppy, not as smooth. I can't just kind of combine, you know, 2 or 3 clips. So bear with me, I'm working on it. I got my my Mac updated. I have Mojave now, and I upgraded my iMovie. So for the rest of part 2, what we're gonna do, I talked about this in the last video, and it's going to be making the resin cabachons. This one, I do not have a glass cab that fits. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to mix it and put it in there. Well, at least maybe mix it, because like I said, it's going to be 5 minutes. And I don't have the editing tool yet to zip through it and cut through it. So maybe we'll just avoid that. So I'm going to use the resin, the ice resin, hardener and resin all in one. Take off the tab. It comes with these little, if you get the kit, it comes with these little measuring cups and little sticks. And they have these little, I like to call them finger condoms. Just little things to protect you from the resin if you're one of those that are worried about that. It tends to cut off my circulation, so I don't tend to like them very much. I'm sure you could use just regular gloves that I keep forgetting in the other video. Check that one out. So we are going to press on either side of the plunger evenly, otherwise you'll get more hardener than the resin, and that's no good either. I'll just empty it into there, push that in there. And we'll just put the rest in there and make a couple of them. I haven't got the new resin yet. Okay, and see how that, can you see the bubbles? It's got bubbles. Now what you're going to do is you're going to mix it. And when you first start mixing it, it's going to get kind of a more fuzzy looking, milky look to it. Can you see that? You just mix it really good. And you try to do it a little bit more gentle, because you don't want the bubbles like I showed you in that one. You're going to get them anyway, but if you could keep from getting more, that'd be best. Okay. Now you wait at least 5 minutes. It will get hard, but it takes a real long time. So you kind of got to find that sweet spot where it's enough time for the bubbles to go away, but not long enough that it's so gooey you can't pour it into there. And again, if you didn't see the last video, I'll link it. Check down below or the iCard up above. And you'll see in the last video, part 1, that I made this sample. Let's pop that up. This is that one with the bubbles. And that's if you don't wait the 5 minutes. You can get those and it didn't turn out good. But I wanted to show you popping it out of the mold, because you probably won't see this, have to wait so long. But, so what I do is wait 5 minutes till the bubbles are gone, or longer. I would pour it into the hole here to make a custom cab for this bezel. And I might even, again, read your directions, go with what you're comfortable with, but I use like a torch to, once it's in here, this is silicone and it won't burn. It's kind of like one of these mats. And I just run it over really quickly, really lightly over the top, and it will dissipate any bubbles that are left over in there. And I leave it overnight, and it just pops out like I popped that one out. And that is how you make, if you don't have bezels or you don't have cabs that match these bezels. And that's pretty much it, people. What else can I show you? If you have any more ideas of things you'd like to see related to this topic for part 3, you know, maybe show you, I'll show you this. But also, if anything else you could think of that I could add to the next one, comment down below, let me know. And just tell me what you want to see. Make this really interesting for you. So, let's see. What else would you like to see? So there's new things coming. I want you to check back. It's going to be oncoming. And I was thinking about doing also another video about why behind the scenes some of these might take a while, or behind the scenes why it might seem a little rough right now with these, or why maybe I'll go, you know, once you guys start subscribing and becoming part of my family, maybe I'll tell you why I've really desired to have a channel to show you how art is therapy. Lord knows I need therapy. Get away from that depression, the anxiety that plagues me. Performance anxiety, social anxiety. Art is a good way. Not only does it keep your mind off of these things, keep you distracted. Not only, you know, not always are you going to be successful, but when you are, that gives you a boost in ego when, you know, the world's kicking you in the gut. But it also teaches you lessons like patience and how to go about something in an unusual way to make it work. Or sometimes when you have something all planned out and you think you control it, it doesn't. It just goes sideways, and it sometimes ends up better than you expected. So those are the kind of things I was hoping to bring to you in these videos, and again, maybe little candid, little one-on-one type camera things of me in front of the camera, spilling my guts and telling you what's on my mind and what's going on. So yes, again, comment down below what you think about that, what you'd like to hear, etc. So that's all I have for this installment, really. I got a new scoop too, about the same time I got those clamps, and I saw a video in my group on Facebook where somebody did a method using the scoop, and so I hope to try that. I also have another one with balloons dipping, and I hope to do that, and maybe a Zentangle and show you those. Yes, I have lots of ideas, so stay tuned, subscribe. You don't want to miss out on those things. Hit like so I know if I'm doing something right. Hit dislike even if you think that there's something wrong. Let me know, you know, how I can improve this channel and make it a better experience for you, and how we could support each other and learn from each other. And I just want you to come along on this ride with me, you know. I don't want to seem like the boss that knows everything and you can't relate to me. I want you to know the art's for everybody, and it's a good way to find yourself, to quiet the mind. And there's going to be other methods I'm going to introduce along the lines of, you know, retail therapy. That's always fun. But just stay tuned. I got lots of good content coming, and I hope to make some good friendships on here, see some regulars. That's my hope for this channel. So until next time, stay tuned, subscribe, yay, thumbs up, bye.